I heard someone in the kitchen opening, closing cupboard doors and drawers and things. I thought to myself, wait a minute, wasn't my husband on the deck?
Turns out it wasn't her husband, it was a bear. The unexpected visitor left a couple speechless. What they say happened and why they believe incidents like this are happening more and more frequently.
And a new round of speed cameras have been set to roll out in Connecticut. I'm Stephen Reels in Wethersfield with all you need to know, coming up in just a few minutes.
Good morning, happy Tuesday. Thanks for checking in with us here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Bridget Buarlo. Hope your morning's off to a great start. You might want to grab a light jacket like I did because it's noticeably cooler out there.
Definitely, there's a breeze. We're checking in with Rachel. We're heading outside. Good morning, Rachel.
Now, let's go outside to the New England Patio and Hearth Outdoor Studio.
Good morning, Bridget. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, everyone here. We are looking at a really beautiful day on tap. And yeah, a light jacket may be needed, but it's noticeably different from the time I stepped outside at 5 o'clock to now, where the sun is now up and it is definitely warming things up around here. It is a cooler start to our morning, though, that's for sure. And it will be a warm afternoon as well. Temperatures right now anywhere from 9 to about 21 degrees cooler than this time yesterday. So certainly feeling every bit of that difference this morning as numbers are sitting in the lower 50s in spots and even the upper 40s, like in Danbury at around 47 degrees, 53 in Willimantic right now, and around 54 in the capital city. So for the kids that are going to the bus stop, maybe it's your last day of school today. You're in store for a beautiful day. Temperatures starting off in the 50s now into the upper 70s to near 80 degrees this afternoon for areas inland with a lot of sun throughout. It will be hard to find a cloud today. Temperatures around 77 today in New Haven, 76 in Guilford. It'll be really nice beach days on tap, although that water temperature is still cool at in the mid 60s. 72 in Stonington today, around 76 in Killingly, and up towards the northwest hills here, 74 degrees in Winstead, Torrington at 75. Now tomorrow there's an isolated shower chance. It's not a widespread thing. As we head through the evening, there may be a shower. Mostly cloudy skies start to build in for the back half of the day on Wednesday after what is a cool and comfortable start with temperatures in the mid 50s. In addition to the increase in clouds, we're going to increase the humidity, especially for Thursday. So higher temperatures in the low 80s. The humidity, it turns a little muggy around here for Thursday. And there's also a better opportunity for rain for just about everyone across the state as we head through the morning hours. In the afternoon, there could be also a thunderstorm chance for Thursday. So Thursday is the wettest out of the next couple of days. In the meantime, today looks quite beautiful. We'll explain more about Thursday's forecast coming up in just a bit. As we check in with the roads this morning here in the 6 o'clock hour, still out there this morning is some road work. So zooming in here to the Bridgeport area, there is some heavy congestion between 33 and 27. That's about a 5-mile stretch of the roadway there. Again, out by exits 29 and 27 because of some road work in the area. So 3 left lanes are closed. Taking a live look outside, you can see those delays this morning. There are still some cones that are up that are causing quite a bit of a delay as folks are trying to navigate around it. So you're looking at your drive time from New Haven into the Bridgeport area. It is certainly slow this morning. It's down to about roughly an hour and a half drive. We'll have another update for you coming up in the next 15 minutes. Over to you.
Rachel, thanks. Well, safer driving in Wethersfield could soon be on the horizon. Another round of speed cameras have already gone into effect.
Fox 61's Stephen Rios is out along the Berlin Turnpike where some of the cameras are expected to be rolled out later today. And Stephen, this just activates the warning period, right? People still have time to prepare.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we've entered a 30-day warning period. Just up the road at the Arrow Road intersection actually is where they've set up a couple of the cameras. And in case you may have missed that, hey, the cameras are now going into effect, guess what? We now have signs set up along the Berlin Turnpike to say, hey, get ready. There's a speed camera and a red light camera up the road. But there's also a handy dandy graphic that the Wethersfield Police Department put together that we're going to throw up on our screen real quick, just so you know where each of the cameras are going to be. Those are along Arrow Road, like I said, but also not as well along the Berlin Turnpike. There are 2 others that are going to be along the Silas Dean Highway. Those are going to be on Maple Street and Wells Road. Now, if you are caught speeding, the camera will snap a photo of your car like most general speed cameras do. That will help police contact you, send you a citation, in the mail. If you get one, that will be $50 for the first offense, $75 for each one after that. But like you had mentioned earlier, Bridget, we are in a 30-day warning period. So what you'll be receiving in the mail for now, at least for the next 30 days, will just be a little notification. But after that, that $50 and $75 mail citation could be waiting for you in your mailbox. But for now, live in Wethersfield, Stefan Reels, Fox 61.
Bears are back in the headlines this morning. The city of Bristol says there's been an increase in black bear sightings, including mother bears with their cubs. So keep this in mind. Remember, never approach or feed bears. If one wanders too close, make a loud noise to try and scare it away. Make sure you secure your trash bins and put those bird feeders away if you haven't already. Both of these can attract the creatures. And speaking of bear encounters, one couple got quite the scare sitting on their own deck when they realized a bear was inside their house. Fox 61's Tim Latow has the exclusive interview with the startled homeowners in Winstead.
The gorgeous scenery around Highland Lake comes with a price, dealing with a lot of bears. And 2 bears have now broken into the same home within 2 years.
And I heard someone in the kitchen opening, closing cupboard doors and drawers and things. I thought to myself, wait a minute, wasn't my husband on the deck?
A quiet afternoon on the deck turned into an encounter of fear for Cheryl Bartley and her husband Russ Buckner. A black bear they estimate to be nearly 8 feet tall was rummaging through their kitchen like it owned the place.
Standing on his hind legs, walking around like a human, opening and closing cabinets and drawers.
Buckner didn't hesitate when he saw the bear through the window inside his own house. He went in and started shouting at it to scare it off. It had a bag of seeds in its mouth that dropped before it opened the door again with its claw.
When it left, even though I was yelling at it, it still had the wherewithal to open the door and go out.
It turns out their house on East Lake Avenue was broken into less than 2 years ago when a bear clawed through their bedroom window and made a mess in the kitchen. What's more, the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection confirmed to Fox 61 there were at least 3 bear break-ins reported in the area last week. Officers euthanized a bear that was known to have broken into multiple homes. It's not clear if this is the bear that broke into Buckner's house.
I make the same mistake everybody else. I'm so used to them that I'm not afraid of them. And that's one of the biggest problems here. We had to have people that literally name and feed the bears.
Buckner and Bartley say too many neighbors feed bears and don't secure their garbage. DEEP tells Fox 61 there have been 96 reported nuisance bear calls just since April 1st. 20 of those have been home break-ins. Buckner and Bartley put down an unwelcome electric-wired mat on their doorstep, but they fear the bear's adaptability the most and think that'll only continue the animal's dependence on humans for food.
I was amazed at how gentle it was in opening the cabinets and not destroying anything. And then I said to myself, I wonder if he does this on a regular basis.
And even though she'd rather not have to lock her doors when she's in her own yard, Bartley says she'll do just that to make sure that no more bears get inside her house. In Winstead, Tim Latow, Fox 61.
A man charged with murder in connection to his wife's death is expected in court for a plea hearing today. Prosecutors say Adam Drozdowski allegedly admitted to police that he killed his wife and that he, quote, lost his mind. The 44-year-old from Beacon Falls has been held on bond since his arrest back in early May. Drozdowski also has pending charges of interfering with an officer and injuring a police animal from a separate case from back in December.
And there is a new push this morning to rethink travel between Long Island and Connecticut as a matter of 15 minutes, not 2 hours. That sounds pretty nice, right? That's the vision behind a new renewed proposal for a bridge and tunnel connection across the Long Island Sound. The only issue is it's going to take quite a few years to make it happen if it's even passed. Supporters say the project could transform travel and commerce between the two states, while critics question if the massive cost is even worth it. Fox 61's Victoria Anderson takes a look at both sides.
It's the one dream the state just can't seem to shake, a bridge from here in Bridgeport all the way to Long Island. And other than 14 miles of water, there's a lot of other things in the way of getting this idea off the ground.
We need to get back to building something big. The Hoover Dam, the Brooklyn Bridge, the International Space Station.
It was a day of big ideas, specifically 14 miles of bridge and tunnels big. Local leaders and representatives from the Connecticut Long Island Initiative gathered to discuss updated plans for a link from Bridgeport to Long Island's Sunken Meadow Parkway, this time partly underwater.
Our concept is most similar to the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel down in Virginia.
Stephen Shapiro, the president of Connecticut Long Island Initiative, highlighted that the Chesapeake Bay Bridge was able to pay their investment back in an area less populated than Connecticut and Long Island. But how much of an investment are we talking?
So the big thing, $50 billion.
I just feel like it's a waste of money for.
Fanny James, who lives in Bridgeport, told us she doesn't think it's worth it. But Bridgeport native Leonardo Watkins Jr. told us he would pay to cut his commute down to 15 minutes.
On a ferry, and it took me almost an hour.
Developers say the cost would be split by Connecticut and New York with a mix of federal and private funding. But that's if New York's governor even agrees to foot half of the bill.
I've talked to some people in New York. I have not talked to Hochul directly herself or my team or anyone.
With planning, financing, and building everything put together, developers estimate that this project could take 10 to 15 to 20 years, but that's even before they take the first step, which would be the feasibility bill getting passed in next year's session. In Bridgeport, Victoria Anderson, Fox 61.
20 years is quite a bit of time. We'll see what happens. 6:11 now. California Governor Gavin Newsom says the Department of Justice is unfairly investigating him and his wife, Jennifer Siebold Newsom. In a video posted to social media, Newsom accused President Donald Trump of having a personal vendetta against him and of targeting a political enemy. Newsom is a presidential contender for 2028, and he said that Trump picked the wrong guy to target and that he and his wife, Jennifer, have nothing to hide. A federal source told the New York Times that there are multiple investigations underway, one connected to Newsom's former chief of staff, Dana Williamson, who pleaded guilty to fraud back in May, and another probe tied to Siebold Newsom's taxes.